Welcome to Tiny Tidy Tuesday. This is a collaboration with our host, Sunday Dawn from The Helpful Home. The playlist with the other lovely ladies that are participating this week in the collaboration will be in the description box along with Sunday Dawn's information. I hope that you enjoy this Tiny Tidy Tuesday, and let's get into it. Hello everybody, my name is Diana. This is Diana Simplifies, and it's time again for TTT, Tiny Tidy Tuesday. I'm preparing to go out of town overnight. We have a little pup sitter for our pup Ranger. Shout out to Jay. I'm just going to call him Jay for privacy purposes, but he is a neighbor, long time. His mama is a longtime friend, and obviously friends with the whole family. But anyway, Jay just finished college. He's going to be taking care of Ranger for me. I am beyond thankful. Y'all, I could cry. I thought I was going to take Ranger with us. We're only going to be gone one night. We went ahead and got a hotel that does allow pets, but we cannot leave Ranger in a hotel room because we don't know what he might do. He is not crate trained. If I put him in a crate, he freaks out completely. He was a little bit older when we got him. He's a rescue dog. He has lots and lots of anxiety, and I need him to stay home with a calm person. And the person that is coming, Jay, I'm going to call him, very calm, loves Ranger. He's been over here several times when I've had to be with mom for long days. He stayed here with Ranger, or not stayed, but come over, checked on Ranger, let him outside. Probably hung out with them for about an hour or so he won't be so lonely. It's been working out great. He loves Ranger, Ranger loves him. So I thought what I would do today, I'm preparing to go out of town. I thought this would be a prepare video, and I'm just going to bring you along with me. I have done a lot of preparation around here already. I'm trying to do things where I'll just stay in the kitchen so I'm not running all over the house. So the stuff where I had to run all over the house, I've already done, or I've done part of it, let's put it that way. So right now, I'm just going to be preparing stuff that's inside the kitchen. It's stuff that I need to get off my counters for one reason or another. And let's just go. Okay, right here, so you may not be able to see, you're not going to see my face. I'm not going to worry about that, okay? Because I want you to see what I'm actually doing. Right here, I mixed up today hummingbird food because they're running low. This is my dishwasher stuff that I make myself, and you can see I have poison written on here so nobody uses it for something else, which is just Smitzer and me. I don't think he'd mess with it, but it's 1 cup borax, 1 cup baking soda, 1/4 cup salt, and then you can put unsweet lemonade, which I just always skip this. I don't care if it's lemon scented or not. That's really, I think all it's for is the lemon scented. You can also put some lemon essential oil if you want, but I don't care what it smells like. So I make this up, I use it, my dishwasher works great. Now I had planned to make 2, I just put them in like Cool Whip things, and that one's also labeled poison. I plan to make 2, but I don't, this is the only borax I can find, and I think there's maybe, I'm not even sure there's a whole cup in here, so I'm going to start with this and see if I even have enough to put a cup in here. This is super easy. It's one of these things I put off, so these are both totally empty. Well, I think there's a little, no, I emptied it out. I thought I had a little in there. So I'm allergic to borax. You have to be, this is Mule Team Borax. I should probably show you what it is. You have to be very careful with borax because some people are very allergic. I have a friend who mixed some of this kind of stuff out and she ended up having an asthma attack. So be very, very careful with borax. What it does to me is if I get too close to it, it makes me itch around my mouth, which is weird. But the skin around my mouth, it's not because I'm touching my face, it's something about it. So I try not to get real close to it when I'm pouring it into the cup. Okay, so it sounds crazy, I know, but no, I think I'm probably just doing 1. Okay, so I'm gonna see. Basically, I just stand back kind of like this, but no. Cricket's playing with a toy. I was like, what is that? Jasper's outside, but I don't, anyway, I didn't think he was doing that. Cricket loves to make noise when I'm making noise, so that was a big mess. This irritates me because I don't even have a cup, but I'm just going to go forward with it. Now I'm having to touch it because it's got this huge clump, which I'm not loving, but okay, it's not quite a cup. I don't think it's going to matter. And I thought I had a whole nother box of that stuff, so I'm a little irritated, but I'm gonna just tip it. So it's not quite a cup. I'm just gonna go ahead with it because I don't think it's gonna matter. Okay, and then I'm gonna throw this away. I need to also make myself a note that I need. Pardon me, I'm gonna walk around the camera and get my note because I need to make a note that I need to buy borax because I looked for it where I keep it and it's not there. So 1 box borax. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Mule Team Borax. Okay, Mule Team. And you just get that at Walmart. It's over in the it's in the area where the dishwashing, not the dishwashing, it may be close to that. I think it's in the, actually where like the detergent, the clothing detergent, not the dishwasher detergent. Okay, I'm getting too close to that. It's making me itch. Okay. Then what you do is I've got this larger thing of baking soda. You can get the smaller ones. I just get this because I use it quite a bit because I'm filling this thing up. I don't ever buy those pods or whatever. I've never even used a pod. That stuff's so expensive and people coupon for it, but it's still very expensive to me. And as we all know, I'm cheap, and I would rather a natural. So if I wasn't using this, I would just use the powder, the regular dishwashing powder. I'm not really into pods. I don't use pods in my washing machine. I don't use pods anywhere. So pods just cost more, and like I said, I'm cheap. So okay, it doesn't have to be perfect, especially since the other one wasn't a full cup. So it's a little bit less than a cup. I'm just gonna go ahead and dump it in. Now I'm done with the cup, and I'm finished with the Arm & Hammer baking soda. Now I'm getting the salt, and one of these salts is almost empty, so I'm gonna go ahead and I've got my 1/4. That's what this is, and then I've got my salt. I'm gonna put the top on this for just a second because I feel like the smell is bothering me. Okay. I'm gonna try to just use this up. And I've got another one of these somewhere, but I'm not exactly sure where I put it. I have a lot of food storage, extra food storage in another room. I think that's probably where it is, but I'm trying to get this out of here. It'd be easier just to, yeah, see there's a clump in here and I can hear it. Okay, I don't want to take all day because we're on video, so this is my other salt. This is just kosher salt. It doesn't matter what kind of salt, just the cheapest salt available. And I'm just gonna almost fill that up. Okay, so put this back in the cabinet. So there's my 4th, and I didn't totally fill it up since I didn't have exactly a cup in here. And then I'm going to, okay, now what I do now, so this is not completely full. I don't know, you can't even see it because it's white, but anyway, it's just powder. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna get my smaller scoop, and it's got a lot of clumps in it, and I'm just gonna mix it around and try to get the clumps out. And then I'm gonna wash my hands to get the borax off my hands, so I do not start that itching. So it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just getting the big clumps out and just making sure it's kind of stirred up. So when I get some out, and then you don't need a lot. I put a little in the pre-wash and probably a tablespoon or maybe 2 tablespoons in the pre-wash and 2 tablespoons in the regular wash. Okay, that's good. So I'm just gonna put the lid on, and I'm only gonna be able to do one. So like I said, I can't find my borax, and I guess I used it. I don't remember using it, but possibly I used it. I don't know. It's missing. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick and be right back with you. I love how my cats get started every time I have a video. Kind of hilarious. Okay. The next thing, I made the hummingbird sugar water. And the sugar water, if you've never done it, it's 1 cup sugar to 4 cups water. So I just microwave it in this thing. I measure out, my sister gave me this really nice Pyrex thing. I just measure the water first, and then you dump the cup of sugar in. So it'll actually be a little bit more than 4 cups once you get the sugar dumped in there. It's 1 cup of sugar to 4 cups of water. I just make that much up at a time, and I don't make a whole bunch up at a time because it does go bad even in the refrigerator. And then of course, this is plastic. I just have it sitting on here so stuff won't start floating into there, you know, like dust and stuff won't get in there. And that's why I have it covered like that. I'm just waiting for it to cool off because I microwave it for, I think I microwaved it for about 3.5 minutes and then stirred it and then another 3.5 minutes. Now this is just regular granulated sugar. This is a 4-pound package. Just like that, granulated sugar. You don't use any sort of special sugar for hummingbirds. My understanding is you should not use any sort of special strain sugar. Just use regular cheap granulated sugar. So now I've got this filled back up. And that's ready to go. Spencer also uses this when he drinks coffee on the weekends, so that'll be ready for him. It'll be filled up ready for him to do that. I'm going to put the baking soda to the side because I don't need it. I don't know if there's enough salt in here to care about. Okay. All right. Now, my measuring cups, I can put those in the sink. Let's see. A little piece of paper that's trash. Just put that right there. This all needs to be clean. It's got a lot of powder on it now. I've got my extra supplements sitting here. I'm going to take a sip of water. Okay. This lid actually goes down here. I'll just put it down here for now. Put this into my trash bag right here. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is clean out this little trash can. So I'm just going to put it up here where we get to it. Now, I'm not going to put water and stuff in there. It's just easier for me to, this is my Odaban. It says on there, it's wiped off, sorry. It says right there, Odaban. Unfortunately, permanent pen does, I don't know, it does come off eventually. So I'm just going to spray that good, and a disinfectant does need to sit for, I think it's about 90 seconds. I'm just going to let it sit. Odaban helps with odors, that's what it's really good for. I'm going to spray the lid on this too because I'm going to do the outside. And then the inside of the lid, making sure I don't get the spray into the hummingbird water. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to wipe the lid off. There's enough on the lid that I'm just wiping a little bit on the outside of this, just to wipe the whole thing off. This thing gets rusty. I'm not sure what's up with that. I think it's supposed to be like stainless, but I don't know. The top's rusty. What can I say? And then I'm gonna just clean the inside of the lid because I know it gets dirty inside there. And I'm just gonna, because that's damp, I'm just gonna run this down here so it'll just clean that up just a little. Now, get another paper towel, and this should have sat long enough that I can just go ahead and wipe this out now. Now, I always line this anyway with the Go Walmart bag. So, you know, it shouldn't be too horrible because it's always got a Walmart bag in it. But, you know, I try to be careful, but some of those bags are ripped, so. Okay, so that should be good. Just do the outside a little bit. Okay, and then I'm gonna put my plastic bag in here. I just keep the stash in different cabinets, so that's my little kitchen cabinet. Put that in there and line this, so I don't ever have to buy liners. I just use these. And that right back in there. And so now I'm ready. I'll have this little trash can ready. That doesn't bother me. I used to clean for somebody that really bothered. That doesn't bother me. I don't care. It's just sits in my bathroom. Nobody really sees it but me. This is really messy because of all that powder, so I'm just gonna, well, I've got the oat band sitting here. I am gonna move the hummingbird food out of my way. And the brownies I made out of the way. And I'm just gonna go ahead and get all this powder off of here, because like I said, I'm kind of allergic to that borax. And I meant to bring a rag in here. I'm just gonna use paper towel on it today. Just wipe it down. And I know it looks really light. I'm completely in the dark right here. So it's not gonna be perfect because I really can't see what I'm doing because it's dark. So anyway, strange, very strange. It is this dark over here. I do have a kitchen window right here, but the air conditioner blocks it, so blocks about half of it, so it's not. And plus, it's overcast. It's overcast and cool today. We're having a very nice day. This would have been a nice day for a car clean out, but actually, it's raining off and on, so. Okay, this powder's everywhere. Probably be easier just to scrape it onto the floor and vacuum it up. I do have the windows open and my birds are out there eating and they're very loud. And we have, if you're familiar with purple martins, those are birds. And we have purple martins and they're extremely loud, but I haven't actually heard them since I started filming. But some of these other birds are just at the feeder. And the hummingbirds are coming and feeding. They're right outside the back door, so you can hear them zooming around sometimes. Okay, I got most of the powder up, so I'm not going to belabor this for too long. Mostly just wanted to get, didn't have to be perfect, I just want to get that powder up because of that borax allergy. And you might say, if you're allergic, why do you use it? It doesn't really do anything terribly negative to me, and I do just like I just think it's a better deal than buying dishwashing tabs, frankly. And it seems like everybody's using the tabs. I guess they still sell the powder. I'm not really sure. I don't even look for it. Okay, so I've done everything in this area I had planned to do. And then I'm going to move you over, if you're still with me. This will be kind of a long video just because, again, I'm preparing to go out of town. So if you're still here, it's been 25 minutes. Move you over here. I've got to... I'm gonna fill. Okay, you can see I've got Ranger's treats here. This will be for Jay for when he's here. I've got a little canned food for Ranger so he'll eat. He doesn't eat well when I'm gone, so I'm gonna leave that for Jay. And then the cats like their canned Friskies, so I'm leaving all this out. And I'm gonna write him a note. He's already been over here and I've showed him what to do, but I told him I'd leave him a note because you know there's a lot of pets. We've got 7 cats plus we're feeding Stray, who was injured. And okay, I'm gonna fill these soap things up. We are staying at a hotel, and so I'm gonna put the Gently coconut soft soap. This was a Dollar Tree deal I got. I'm gonna put this. I'm just gonna fill it halfway because we're just gonna be overnight and I don't need it to be full and spilling out everywhere. So I just like to have my own hand soap with me because the soap they have at hotels is really harsh, that bar soap they have. Plus it makes a mess, so this won't be as messy. Okay. It's a little over half full. So that's done, I can put that away. So this is going with me. And then this one's the one that just sits over here that I use all the time. Because I'm doing this, I'm just gonna go ahead and fill this one out too. It wasn't empty by any means, but it was, I figured while I was filling stuff, I would just go ahead and So that's the Gently Lavender. That was also, where is it? That was also a Dollar Tree deal. I don't think they're having that anymore, but at the time I did videos about it. They had a lot of it. So, put these paper towels in my little trash bag right behind you. Okay, this is my cat's fountain. I've got to fill up. It's from the other room. First I'm going to, let's see, bring you forward. And right here, I'm going to dry these dishes. I washed them ahead of time so you didn't have to hear me splashing water. Because that's kind of noisy, you know. These are the bowls that I feed the cats out of. They're canned food. So I'm not going to leave them out right now, but before I leave, I'll leave those out for Jay so he'll know what to use. I tried to get some disposable plates and they will not use them. So now I've got these little disposable bowls. I'm just going to declutter them because they refuse to use them and I don't use like paper plates and stuff like that. So I strictly bought it because I thought it'd be easier for him. These are the little Gatorade bottles I fill up with water. I have quite the collection sitting here. I'm just going to go ahead and get them out of the dish drain. And I'll fill those up later. I just fill those up and put them in my freezer. Some I put in the refrigerator so I'll have fresh, cold water. The electricity went off this morning. I was thinking about filming this. I'm like, oh great, the electricity's out, great. I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff out of the sink because I need to fill this fountain up for them. These have filters and I just reuse the filters for a while. I don't constantly throw the filters away. I just rinse them off. So they look dark because they've got charcoal inside the filter. So it kind of looks like it's dirty, but really it's just dark because there's charcoal in there. The only thing about this is I have to put it up here and then the water from the filter just goes everywhere. This is the only one I have that I got 3 cat fountains and this is the only plastic top I have. My other 2 are stainless steel and I really prefer that stainless steel top. But I never replaced this one and only 2 cats are using it, so I just haven't replaced it. Now this thing sounded empty. It sounded empty and it's over half full, but that's okay. When it gets to the water gets to a certain level, it sounds like it's empty, but it isn't. But I thought it was, so. And I just rinse it out and squish my hand in there because the black stuff from the filter gets what did I say was carbon? It gets into there and so there's black residue in there. So I just stick my hand in there and rinse it around. It's not really dirty. It's just got that black residue from the filter. And then I just fill it up. And it goes back in that room, but I'll wait till the video's over to put it up. I think the last thing I'm going to do is just wipe this counter down right here. So, and I think I'll be finished with the stuff that I had planned for this video. So, but now there's water everywhere from this filter. So I'm going to move this filter over here to this side. And then when the video's over, I'll get back to the cats. They have another water bowl in there, so they're okay. And my hands are soft and wet from that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and, I don't know, how much can you see? This cutting board's in the way, so I'll just move it. I'm going to go ahead and wipe the counters down, and then I'll move you around and wipe the other part. So I was meant to bring a cloth in here and I forgot. So what I do is I just get this is the little sheets, and then I just half it. I don't use anything strong in here, hardly ever. Occasionally I use Odoban, hardly ever. I just dampen it. This happens to be Ajax. You can use anything you have. That's all it looks like. And then I'm just going to wipe this down. And of course I've got a portion of a hummingbird feeder sitting here in all these little bottles. So I'm just gonna go around them because it's not that dirty. I wipe this down very frequently because my cats are everywhere. So, but I had dropped some cereal here, so I did want to go ahead and wipe it down. And this is very soapy, even though it was only one little drop of soap. That's all you need. I'll just go around the sink real quick. Back here collects all kinds of dirt and water. Water sits back there. I don't like that right there at all. And then I can use my soapy, just continue to use it and just wipe my sink out. The sink's not real dirty, it's just, I'm just wiping it out. I also put this down into the edge, not all the way down into the garbage disposal, just the edge on the inside edge, and just wipe that out. I'm gonna take this out. Oh yeah, how much stuff can we break at once? That thing has got a hole in it and stuff's always falling. It's actually got 2 holes. Anyway, I'm gonna get a new paper towel. Hang on. Just again, I'm just gonna fold it just like I did, dampen it. I put way too much soap on there, but anyway, it was only supposed to be a little drop. You don't need but just a little bit, and then I'm gonna, this side is always dirtier because it's where the dishes drain, so stuff falls down in there. So there, I see a little something right now that's in here. And then this side doesn't have a disposal, so I just stick the paper towel, the soapy paper towel down in that little hole as far as I can get it into where the water drains out, because it does get dirty in there. Okay. And then you can rinse. I usually have gloves on when I do this, but it's not a big deal. I'm not going to be putting my hands in water for very long, so I'm just going to rinse it out. I'm going to try not to break anything this time. Spencer's cup and bowl that he uses all the time, I just leave them sitting here. It's convenient for him, and it's a little cluttery, but it doesn't bother me. So that's why there's always something sitting in my dish drain. Also, he has a spoon that he uses. His spoon is always sitting here. I just leave that. I don't try to make his life complicated because I'm trying to keep a tidy house, and so I just go with it. That's what he likes, so I just leave it. Okay, and I'm going to put these dishes back in the sink because I'm going to wash them in a few minutes when the video's over. And let's see, let me turn you a little, and obviously I have stuff sitting on the counter that I was just dealing with, so I'm just gonna can you even see the counter? There's the bowl with, the drawer with all the cat toys. I swept all the cat toys in there so I could just get them off the counter. Sunshine likes to play with her toys on the counter. I do not know why, it's just her thing. So same thing, just like that. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this down. Sunshine also has her little bowl of water up here. She just really is a counter cat. She eats up here. She doesn't eat all her food up here, but she eats her canned food up here. She's just kind of trained to eat up here, which is kind of a bad idea. You can train cats, but it's a good idea to train them to do something besides eat on your counter, but I'm just going to move all that stuff on my way. This is a special cat food that I only feed some of the cats, so I just leave it sitting there. It doesn't really have to be there, but that's just where I leave it. And then I'm just gonna wipe this down while I'm wiping the dishwasher. I don't know if it's probably not in the frame, but I'm just wiping the dishwasher down because I have a damp soapy paper towel right here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use it. All right, you guys. Thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for coming to my Tiny Tidy Tuesday, and I'll see you next week. Thanks again. Love you guys.